my courageous Cancers. I am back for your weekly reading for February 8th through 15th. That's the second week of February. This is a general reading, so please take what resonates and toss the rest. Also, please remember that time is fluid and gender is non-specific. So I hope you're having a great week. We'll go ahead and get started here. We are going to do a past, present, future here, and we'll of course get clarifiers on these as we go. So let's see, hopefully you can see these fairly well. We have the Hermit in reverse card. We have the Star in reverse. We have the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Cups. We have the Seven of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Swords. So in looking at the past here, and again, this could be distant past or past that's kind of flowing still into the upcoming week. Time is fluid. But with the Hermit in reverse, I think this is showing that, you know, you're ready to make more of a move to be more outward. And it could be that, you know, either you want to be more outspoken about something, you want to share something, or it could be that you are actually physically wanting to be more outwardly moving, you know, getting out more and doing more things. So we'll get clarifiers on all of this, of course, but these are just first off initial thoughts. With the Star card in reverse, you know, I just think that that's like you've been withdrawn, you've been kind of inside, you haven't really done a lot. And with the Hermit in reverse card, I think it's something that you're looking to change, but you have not gotten that far yet. And, you know, there could be a number of factors included in that, anything from the weather to just stuff going on in your personal life, things that have kind of held you down a little bit right now, kept you kind of boxed in, but you know, you're making that transition. The Hermit in reverse tells me that you are making the transition to kind of come out from that, but you're just not there quite yet. The Queen of Swords in reverse, that's kind of still telling me the same thing. This is a process for you where you have the strength and the energy for sure to do what you want to do. You just haven't made that breakthrough yet to do it. You know, you're kind of still in slow motion, let's say. You feel kind of frustrated, maybe a little bit like just, you know, just kind of like you are complacent almost at this particular moment. You're not getting where you want to be yet. You're not actually accomplishing what you want to accomplish, or you're just not doing as much as you wish you could be doing right now, for whatever reason. And again, that could be anything from, you know, financial issues, weather issues, you know, you're just bombarded with tasks right now. It could be any number of things. Early in the year, you know, a lot of us are weighed down with stuff where we're recovering from the holidays. You know, we're recovering financially from the holidays, we're recovering mentally from the holidays, and that may just be where you are right now. You're just like, you know, I feel like I'm still in reverse, you know, like I'm taking one step forward and two steps back right now, because it's like I'm still in a recovery mode from the holidays, but you're going to get there for sure, because the next card is the Ten of Cups, and so that tells me that you are for sure, you know, you're going to get there. You've got relationships that are going to be really, really, really fulfilling for you coming along. It could be your family life. It could be that you have a serious relationship right now that is going to blossom into a even more serious relationship, like a family serious relationship, you know, marriage type issue. You know, we're coming up on Valentine's Day. It might be a proposal coming along for you, things like that. So there will be something super positive moving forward in your relationships that will give you that boost that you do need. And then going forward, it looks like you've got the Seven of Wands in reverse. And again, the Seven of Wands is like kind of like a challenge, kind of you're working away at it, but you know, you're not really making that forward motion that you want yet, but this is in reverse. So I think that, you know, this is where you kind of start actually doing the things you want. And with the Seven of Swords that goes with it, again, you know, it's still a little bit daunting, whatever it is that you're trying to get at. And it's a little bit slower than you want it to be. But, you know, I always look at this as, you know, you're leaving 2 swords behind, but you're taking off with 5. So, you know, you are moving forward. You're still looking back. You're still not where you really want to be. You're still a little bit indecisive of what directions you're taking and what you're doing. But that's not always a bad thing. That could just mean you have numerous opportunities that you're trying to decide on, which is sometimes a really good thing. So we'll get clarifiers. Let's see what we've got for you here. My lovely Cancers, what do we have today? All right, Spirit, what can you tell us? What do we have here to clarify this Hermit in reverse and this Star in reverse? Alrighty here. This Star in reverse, the Star's pouring out energy, pouring out, you know, they're emptying their cups, their water, they're flowing out. This may just be your indication that, you know, you're beat down from the holidays, you're beat down from whatever, and you need to take some of that energy back in. You know, you may just be exhausted and you need to take it back in. Let's see here. We've got the 3 cups in reverse. And that kind of goes along with that idea as well. I think that with the Hermit in reverse, I think, you know, you've been inside, but inside doesn't always mean restful. You've been unto yourself, but that can be super stressful. You know, and you've exerted a lot of energy. But, you know, again, like with the Star here, pouring the water out, the flow of energy out. Maybe you've put so much into your family, your relationships, your everything over the holidays that, you know, you're just now needing to bring it back in. And this 3 of Cups in reverse is telling me that instead of being out and celebrating with people and getting out and doing all that, this may be a time for you to just kind of recover. You may have a big family and you're the one who's in charge of all of this stuff over the holidays. You may have a small family and you're still the one in charge of everything. I think the holidays are a really, really stressful time for people. And it's like, you feel like you're recovering for a long time financially. Every time you look at a credit card bill after the holidays, some people are still recovering, you know. And so, you know, this may be also saying, you know, you need to stay in for a little bit financially too. Let's not go out and party too much with our friends because we need to recover financially from the holidays. Or we may have partied a little bit too much over New Year's Eve and the holidays, and let's take it back a notch. But it also may be saying, you know, we need to bring it in and just rest and relax within ourselves, suck some of our energy back in, because we've expended so much on other people, other relationships, other groups, other functions, other everything over the holiday season, you know, for months, literally from Thanksgiving to Christmas to New Year's. And now we're just spent. And, you know, we just need time to ourselves to do that. And the Hermit card in reverse may just mean, you know, the Hermit leads with his light, but maybe you need to draw that light back in. You know, that may be what that means. Draw the light back in. Stop leading. Stop taking charge of everything. You've been doing that for all of the holidays. You've taken care of everybody else. Take care of yourself for a little bit now. That could very well be what that means. In fact, I kind of feel like that is what it means now in retrospect with the other cards, because that's going into the Queen of Swords being flipped. And that tells me that you are a matriarch, or at least, if you know, gender is neutral, but a head leading figure of your family, of your group, of your circle, you know, whatever it may be. And, you know, you typically control things. You take control of the, you know, the festivities, the parties, the gift purchasing, the, you know, everything, the dinners, the what have you. You're right in there in the mix, you know, taking charge. And, you know, at this point, you know, you need to flip that around, like the Queen's flipped, because, You need to take that back in so that you can build yourself back up in order to enjoy your relationships peacefully, calmly, and actually enjoy it. Because so many of us throughout the holidays, I don't know if this happens to everyone else, but for me personally, I feel like I spend so much time working my tail off to get everything perfect for the holidays, for my family, for my kids, for my friends, for, you know, everybody, my parents, whomever, you know, that when it's over, I don't even remember half of it. I didn't enjoy the time. It's like I have to go back through my pictures to remember what it was like. What, oh, we did that. Oh, we did that. And I'm looking at my pictures to relive it because it was such a flash like that, you know. I don't know if that's, you know, and I feel like that's what's happening here. And for you to be able to have this actual joy with your actual family, friends, relationships, you have to take that step back. I really feel like that's what's happening. So let's get some more clarification here for Cancer, please, on this Ten of Cups. And that could even be a new relationship because you've been so busy. You haven't even had a chance to call that person back who, you know, you met at the Christmas party and they gave you a clear sign of interest, but you just haven't even had time to reach out. You know, or, you know, you have a significant other, but you've kind of neglected them because you had so many other duties. You know, you had stuff at school, you had the function with your friends, you had this and that and this and that you overcommitted to. And so they felt neglected. And in order to get back to this happy place, this happy family place, you know, you have to step back. So let's get some clarification on that, please. So we've got the Three of Wands in reverse. And I think that you know that. You know, this is not a card. Typically, that's a card of somewhat ambiguity. I think, you know, you're not making a choice. You're not on solid footing. You're kind of somewhere in between. You're kind of surveying, what should I do? What do I need to do? But I think this is more like you kind of know. You know you're spent. You know that you're wiped out. You know you're tired. You know you've been just overworked and underpaid throughout this whole time. And, you know, I'm using the holidays as an example, but there are other things too. You know, if you've been overcommitted on clubs, social activities, work activities, whatever it may be. Of course, I'm certainly just using the holidays because that's recently what's happened, but it could be any number of things, but the idea is the same, that you have been so busy, so overcommitted, so overinvested, that you really have to draw yourself back in. You really have to take some self-care and focus back on your family, you know, yourself, so that you can focus on your family, because it's like, you know, you can't take care of anybody else unless you take care of yourself, kind of thing. And you know that. You've realized that, you've recognized it. So that's the first thing, you know, to getting where you need to be, is to recognize the problem. So, and you have. So can we get some more clarification on that, please? More clarification on that, please, Spirit. And we've got the Five of Cups. And I think that is just, in general, you're smoothing over some of this friction. You know, you've still got 2 cups standing, you've got 3 cups knocked over, you've had some friction. And it's possibly because people have felt neglected. You know, you can make some people happy some of the time, but you can't make all the people happy all the time. And any time that you're overcommitting, I think that's what happens. You know, you inevitably are going to alienate somebody. Somebody's going to feel neglected. Somebody's going to feel left out. And ultimately, this could be you. You could be the person who feels neglected. You know, you may feel like, again, you may feel like you're watching your life through photos or videos, because it's happened so fast to you and you're working so hard at everything in life, whether it's taking care of your kids, taking care of your home, doing your actual job. If you have that kind of hard, you know, type of job that you spend a lot of time at, whether it's other commitments, clubs, social opportunities, whether it was the holidays, you know, you could be just really, the friction is internal. I mean, this is a single person who's, you know, almost, to me, they almost look like they're disappointed in themselves for not being able to keep all their cups straight up and together. And, you know, occasionally, you know, I feel like we all feel that way, that we can't balance all of our responsibilities. We can't balance all of our cups. We can't balance everything, and we can't keep all the people happy. So, you know, this could be friction of people in your family that feel like they were shorted or slighted on your time, or it could be you personally, that you just feel like, you know, you just have cheated yourself out of so much time with your family, or you know, you have that guilt about it, or you feel angry with yourself for not slowing down and taking more time for certain things and certain people, and, you know, not other things. So, but either way, you know, I mean, I think you go forward, you know, you've got the 7 here of Wands in reverse. You know, you're not struggling anymore with that. You're kind of doing the opposite. You're kind of making a decision that you need to, you know, move forward from it, and you're just not sure how. You're not exactly sure which way you want to move forward. You know, you need to slow down, but it's kind of like, well, what do I cut out? That's the main issue. You know, I'm committed to all these things, and I enjoy all these things, or, you know, or at least people count on me for all these things, you know, whether it's a sense of obligation or a sense of you really enjoy it. Either way, you feel like you're, you know something has to be done. You know, you're going to do something about it. But with this 7 of Swords, it's telling me you're indecisive about which 2 swords do you leave behind, and which, 5 swords do you take forward? Which 2 activities do you dump, and which 5 do you go forward with? Which 2 family members do you neglect for the other 5 family members that need you more? You know, those kinds of things in your mind. And those are not easy decisions, but you're only one person, and you can only do so much. You have to recognize that, and you really are recognizing that. It's just hard to make those decisions. That you can only do so much, period. Can we get some clarifiers on that, please? The Knight of Cups in reverse. So again, I think that's just saying, you know, you need to slow down. Obviously, you need to slow down and decide with your relationships which ones you value. You need to weigh that out and focus yourself. Focus yourself on the things that are going to bring you the most joy, and the people that matter the most to you. You know, you are going to possibly make some people upset because you're going to have to dump some clubs. You might have to, you know, take some less hours at work. You might have to do some certain things, make some sacrifices, but, you know, it's all for a good cause, because, you know, you can only do so much. And, you know, you have to prioritize. That's just the bottom line. You're going to have to prioritize the people that are most important in your life, the relationships that are most important in your life, because you can't just keep moving forward at this high rate of speed trying to please everyone all the time. You just can't. Can we get some clarification on that? Clarification on this Knight of Cups, please. If you keep doing that, all your cups will be empty. All right, so you've got the Queen of Cups in reverse. And again, I think that's just the same thing. I mean, you ultimately, it's the same. It's just more confirmation to me that you need to step back. You are a queenly type, you know, head of household, or, you know, strong figure, control type person. But you have to, with it being in reverse, you have to step back. And you have to prioritize the cup, the members, family members, relationship people, whomever means the most. You have to do that. You cannot keep pushing forward and spreading yourself so thin, because if you don't, again, you're going to, you know, it's like trying to balance all the balls. You're going to drop one of them. You know, eventually, if you try to take a pitcher and pour it into 2 cups, well, 2 cups have enough water in them. But if you tried to take that pitcher and dump them into 1,000 cups, nobody gets very much water. So, you know, be prudent. One more clarifier there, please, on that, and it's the Empress card. And I think that's probably, wow, that's pretty applicable. So ultimately, once you do this, once you do step back and prioritize what is most important, you're going to be able to enjoy your family. You're going to be able to be this maternal type person who can sit and enjoy those around them in peace, in harmony, enjoying watching things flourish around them, not be so overspent, overspread, overstressed, with the friction of having to try to, run from, one end to the other all the time. It's going to be a nice, peaceful, restful existence where you can just sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor and enjoy those around you. And that's the best thing that you can have. So I think that's really a good ending for you there on that regard, because that's perfectly just for what you needed here. You need to get to a place where you can actually enjoy the ones around you that you love. We're going to take 3 cards out of here, and we will take them however they come, so we won't do reversals on these. Spirit, please give me some info about the future here for our lovely Cancer, please. All right, let's see what we've got here for you. All right. So we have Page of Swords, Knight of Cups, and Temperance. So the Page of Swords, I think that's just saying to me that, you're going to have some opportunities, and you need to just be decisive and judicious in which ones you take. Again, you don't want to overmax yourself, so be smart, be wise in taking the ones that are going to be best suited for those who matter the most to you. Prioritizing is the key here. That's the key to everything for you right now. Prioritize your relationships with your loved ones. The Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups here is right side up because, we always take these cards right side up when I do this. And I think that's a good thing, because it's taking this Knight of Cups and it's flipping it. And it's saying, now you're able to go forward with these relationships and actually build them towards something stronger and better. You've got that Empress energy now. And so that Knight of Cups energy is able to move forward with that, because you're not spread so thin. You can actually focus on the things that matter. If your attention is spread over 75 people, how much attention can you give to each? Okay. But if your attention is spread over the 3 people that matter the most to you, you can actually put some effort, some heart and soul into those people. I mean, it's not rocket science, of course. I mean, there's a reason people look for schools that have lower teacher-student ratios, and this one says Temperance. And I think that it's just so just to say all things in moderation, because that's the whole theme of your reading here, is that you need to moderate what all you're doing. You need to step back and moderate. You're overextending yourself. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help your relationships. It's not going to help people around you. Take care of yourself. Be moderate. All things in moderation. And just put the work into the things that really matter most. So again, the word is prioritize, prioritize, prioritize. So I'm going to pull 3 of these general, advice cards. I cannot think of the word here. I'm struggling today. Advice cards, and hopefully they'll help you a little bit. So we'll see what we have here. And this one says, it is safe for you to receive. So I think that's just saying you can receive help. And for me, that's for, again, those of you that feel that you can't leave a lot of these things because either you really like them and you hate to just leave them, you just hate to leave them high and dry, or you feel that you're involved in them out of obligation. It's safe for you to receive help, ask for help, ask for somebody else to step up and take over some of the responsibilities at work, with the clubs, with the charities, with the duties that you're doing, with the carpool, with the whatever it is. It's okay to delegate some responsibilities and get that help because you need it. Declutter your schedule. Decluttering in any regard is good. It's good for your mind, it's good for your body, it's good for your soul, but declutter your schedule right now. That's what you need to do so that you can focus on those that you love the most. Positivity, faith, and optimism. And, I think that's what you need is you need positivity, faith, and optimism to know that no matter what happens with these other connections that you have to kind of brush aside to focus on the ones that you find most needing of your attention, or most worthy of your attention, however you deem it, that's the right decision to make. It's the positive decision to make, it's the correct decision to make, and it's going to be the most fruitful decision to make. So I hope that you learned a little something here, Cancer. I hope that it gave you some insight. I hope that you'll enjoy this reading and that you'll come back for some more. If you would please like, subscribe, and share, I would love that. I'm trying to grow my channel. I will also be doing some love readings maybe later this week or early next week for Valentine's Day. So hopefully you'll join me for that. But other than that, I hope you have a great week and don't overexert yourself. So enjoy some downtime with the ones you love. Thanks. Bye.